Hi everyone, Happy New Year! The day I'm filming this is January 2nd, so I guess it still counts. And before you say anything, I am still keeping up my tree because I want to and I like it. And it's probably gonna be up for, another 2 months, so please don't judge. But this is not what you're here for. This video is gonna be all about why I decided to change my name at the age of 25 in adulthood. Did I want to make any other disclaimer? Yeah, so this is a story about why I decided to change my name, and this is by no means trying to convince anybody else who also has an ethnic name to change their name, because it is completely your choice, and it's the essence of what this video is about. It's about living life your own way, making your own choices, and doing things that truly make you happy. So I'm just gonna get right into this video. My name is Charlotte. I am 25 years old. I recently changed my name from my old name, Boki, to Charlotte now. And to get started on this story, I have to take you back to when I was 7 years old. When I was 7, my parents, my brother, and they decided to move us from Hong Kong, which is where I was born and partially raised, to Toronto, Canada. So my parents moved my brother and I here so we could get a better education. My mom saw me studying at the age of 6 in grade 1, studying and doing my homework all the way until 12 a.m. and crying. I don't personally remember this, probably because I blocked out all the bad memories, but yeah, they made the decision to move us here to give us a better education, and I'm very thankful for that. However, this story is about why I decided to change my name. So let me just tell you that my brother has an absolutely normal, great name. He's Brian. They gave me another name that I will not speak of, like in Harry Potter, you don't say Voldemort. I will not say this name because it is such a train wreck. It was so bad. It was their perception of what an English name was, okay? It is such a train wreck of a name that I decided at that age that I would rather go by my Chinese translation name. The translation that immigration gives you. By the way, there's no meaning. There's absolutely zero significance or meaning to Boki. I do love my Chinese name, the way it is in Chinese, the way it is written. I really, really like the name that was chosen for me, but I absolutely hate it in English because that's not the way it's meant to be. I wasn't bullied all the time for it, but there was a lot of shame and embarrassment that came with having a unique name that a lot of people also couldn't pronounce right for whatever reason. I always dreaded the attendance being called in the morning. And I know my last name is K, so it's kind of in the middle of the list, but I know when when she's calling the names and it's about time that it was me, the teacher always pauses. That's when you know. They don't know how to say it. They kind of do this awkward pause, and then they butcher your name. And then everyone's staring at you because now you have to raise your hand and be like, oh, it's actually said so-and-so. I absolutely hated that experience, and I would not wish that on anybody. However, with that being said, if you love your name, you love the way it's translated from your mother tongue, like your original cultural background, like by all means, I want you to own it, live it, teach people it. But for me, it was not a pleasant experience growing up with that. And to me, it was absolutely unnecessary because I personally have no issue with adopting an English name, but I had no confidence, I had no self-esteem, and the me back then felt like I was a product of my circumstances. I did not feel like that I could control my own life and my own choices. And so I decided to live with Boki for a very long time. In addition, I was also bullied in school, for various reasons. Girls can be really, really mean. And I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I was bullied from when I was a very, very young age, first by my mom's friends' kids. So this was like the age of 2 to 4. Then in kindergarten, then in elementary school, then in middle school, all the way up until high school. And it didn't help that I had a name that also made me feel worse about myself. So I really wanted to let that go. And so with, I guess, these things that happened to me, I was a very different person back then. And not up until maybe I was 18 or 19 that I truly started to I felt like I had to discover myself and start to make choices that were for myself and served me. I started to think critically about life around me. Why do I live with these invisible rules? Are there rules? The thing is, when you grow up in an Asian household, you are taught so many rules. You are taught to listen and obey your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles. You are taught to listen and obey. You are not taught to think for yourself. And so I had to rediscover all of that. And that led me, my personal growth journey, it's led me to make a lot of choices that I'm very proud of. And that includes, I didn't choose a university program that, maybe typically a lot of Asian parents push their children towards. Like, I decided to study interior design rather than, doctor, engineer, lawyer, or business. I didn't do any of that. I wanted to make a choice that was for me. I studied interior design, and when it came to working in the corporate world, I always negotiated my salary. I forced myself to do so many uncomfortable things in the name of growth, and I am so proud of myself for that. I feel like every single year I am a different person, and I've grown so much. I've made the decision to become an entrepreneur because I was not happy with my circumstances, and I wanted more, and I wanted to make my own choices. Even though it was harder, I was prepared to do it. And so with this mindset, I have developed over the years to, overcome the victimhood mindset, overcome my resentment toward my parents for the sort of life they've contributed to putting me in. All of that blame that I created, that I put onto others, and the excuses that I put onto myself about why I have to live life a certain way, why, these limiting beliefs that I had for myself, that they don't necessarily exist, I fought hard to eradicate them from my life and to truly start from scratch and build my life the way I want to live my life. And so I'm doing all of this, yet I'm holding on to a name that does not serve me, that represents my past that I want to let go of. It represents everything that I do not want to be. It represents the old me who had no self-confidence, no self-esteem, no value, or who didn't see value in herself. All of that. The girl who was bullied, the girl who took people's shit, the girl who was too scared to speak her mind, the girl who didn't join clubs in high school because she thought she wasn't going to do well. So many opportunities that I turned down as a result of me putting limitations on myself. I wanted to let that go, and I am letting that go. Yet, I'm holding on to this name. This is the one choice I just could not make and shed. I had so many excuses for myself that, every year that goes by, the more people I meet and the more that I can give myself this excuse that I can't, it's too late to change it. It's, you know, so many people know who I am. So many people know me by this name, and there's no way to change it. Yet, it's something that I knew was holding me back and making me unhappy. You know, I wanted to start a YouTube channel years ago. I never did, and it was because of this name. Silly, right? It sounds so silly to say it, but I felt like my name held me back in a lot of ways because it did not represent me as a person. It does not represent the person I want to be in the future. And so with 2020, it pushed me to rethink many, many things. It gave me the opportunity to kind of look within and think, am I going to continue living life in a way that does not serve me? How many more days, I asked myself, how many more days am I going to live unhappy? Am I going to live one more day unhappy? Every day that I don't do this and make the difficult decision and change my name is another day I'm gonna live unhappy, inauthentic, and out of alignment with myself and who I want to be. I truly, truly feared judgment from other people. It sounds so silly because now that I've done it, all I have gotten is positive comments and people reaching out to me. But before I did it, I was so overcome with this fear of getting judged by people who I don't give a shit about. Truly, like, I was just so worried about getting judged and maybe being thought of as the girl who makes a lot of crazy decisions. I don't know. Because most people are too scared to be entrepreneurs. Most people are too scared to change their career. Most people are too scared to change their name, maybe. Or maybe people feel like they don't have the power to do things. I was someone who felt like that, and I'm actively trying to get out of that stuck mindset, that small mindset. I'm trying to expand myself every single day. I revisited this name search and I finally decided on Charlotte because I feel like this name is one that I will live with me going into the future, and a name that I can grow into that aligns more with the person I am and I want to be. It was very, very difficult trying to pick a name for yourself when you already kind of know who you are. Typically, when your parents give you a name as a little baby, you are a blank slate, and you know, your personality has yet to be formed, your experiences in life have yet to be experienced. And so there's a part of that of which you are growing from a blank slate into the person you are, and there is a part of growing into a name and embodying your own name in the process. I'm sure you understand what I mean. Like, my best friend Brittany, like, really feels like a Brittany because she's very energetic and fun. You know, my husband Jesse, like, he's also he's humorous. He has a big personality. Like, he can be like very extroverted at times. You know, like, he really suits his name. And so when I was looking at lists of girl names, it was very, very difficult to find a name that truly felt like it was me. And that was another reason why I kept stalling. But I decided with Charlotte. I love, love, love this name. It is elegant, it is timeless, classic. It really is the type of person I am and the person I want to be. Whatever choice you decide to make for yourself this year, whether it's a career move, whether it's, you know, a relationship change, whether it's changing your name, whether it's, you know, rekindling an old friendship, whatever choice you make, own it and make sure it serves you. Because life is too short to make choices based on what other people think. If their opinions don't pay your bills, you don't need to care about their opinion, okay? There's gonna be lots more videos on real estate, entrepreneurship, mindset, personal growth. This is everything I'm all about in interior design. And I hope that you will consider subscribing to me as I come up with more videos. And if you have any questions or comments, I will definitely answer them. So just leave it in the comment section. And if you could give this video a thumbs up, that would truly make my day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.